Welcome to the Akashic Review, and this is the Fool's Journey through the Zodiac. So, when the Fool is just starting out on his journey, he walks into the house of Aries, and he encounters the Emperor. In the house of Aries, the Emperor, the Fool learns to express himself. It's here where he's like, alright, word, I'm going to express myself. I'm going to let my fire burn. I'm going to be passionate. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to exert my energy. I'm going to do for me. I'm going to please myself. I'm going to make myself happy. I'm just going to let my creativity go. I don't have to worry about being abrasive because there's no one else. It's just me. Just me. Then he gets a little bored. He's lonely, so curiously he walks into the next house, Taurus, where he meets the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is like, girl, you doing it all wrong. All you care about is yourself right now. Where are your values? What do you value? Where's your structure? Where's your discipline? What comforts are you bringing to your life? What do you own? Where's your stuff at? Aries? You ain't got nothing else going on for you. All you're doing is running around burning, but you're not thinking about how you're going to comfort yourself and what values you're giving to your life. All of this is meaningless if you don't have stuff. So then the Fool hears enough, and he walks over to the next house, Gemini, and he meets the Lovers. It's here in the house of Gemini where the Fool is like, alright, bet. I just learned how to, have some stuff. I have a nice crib now. I have an Xbox. My house looks nice. The aesthetics are dope. Everything is cool. Everything's comfortable. I got a nice chair to sit in. But what am I doing with all that? I'm slow now. I'm rigid. And I'm dumb as hell. I'm not doing anything intellectually. So it's here where the Fool learns to read and write and communicate and express his mind, express his intellect. He learns a way with words. He learns sarcasm. He learns a sense of humor. He really steps his air game up in this house. But then, as he stumbles on into the next house, the bored fool that he is, he encounters the Chariot in the sign of Cancer. And there, this lady's just chilling and she's like, girl, where's your mom at? You need to send your mom some flowers. You're over here going on your little adventure, running to and fro. You just came from this airy sign that doesn't really care about its feelings. It doesn't love its mother. Girl, what did you send your mom for Mother's Day? Did you get her anything for her birthday? After all that she did for you, you better call your mom right now. You better think about your home and your family and the comforts that you have at home and how you're nurturing other people and caring for other people and loving other people. Because what are you doing if you're not doing any of those things? And the Fool is like, okay, you know what? This is a little bit too watery for me. There's too much emotion going on up in here. I'm not really about it. I'm going to move on to the next aspect of things, where he goes into the 5th house of Leo, where he encounters strength. When he encounters strength, he learns a couple things. All of a sudden, this Leo energy is like, girl, you better worship me if you're going to come up in my house. This is my house. Everything is about how brightly I shine. Here you're going to learn how to be a king. I need to be respected. I need to be validated. I need everyone to look at me. I am the center of attention. No one can usurp my authority because I am ruled by the sun and I burn brighter than everybody up in this bitch. Then he gets a little bit bored. His ego's just growing a little bit too fast, a little bit too wide. He's starting to think about having children. He's thinking about the arts and how he can express himself, how he can be creative. But then he gets a little bit bored of that. And then he walks up in Virgo and the Hermit. And then the Hermit is like, who the hell died and made you king of anything, Mr. Leo? Don't you know that you don't get to be king of anything without being first in service to other people? You have to put in the work. You have to be analytical. You have to give everything a box. You have to give structure to things. You have to give reason to things. You have to create organizational systems so that things make sense and everything has their place and everything goes here, this goes there, that goes there, that goes there. You're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing this wrong. And then the fool is just like, oh, whoa, slow down. I didn't come here to work so hard. I'm here to play a little bit. I want to have some fun. And then he goes up into the next house, which is Libra and Justice. And here, this fool right here, Justice, is like, you know what? Things are going to be a little bit different right now. All these other motherfuckers you were just talking to, self-centered pieces, POSs, all about themselves. I'm going to teach you about partnership and balance and how to bring other people to the equation, because what is life if you are not mixing your energies with other people to bring up better situations that you could not have brought up on your own? So here I'm going to teach you about balance. I'm going to teach you about love. I'm going to teach you about partnership. I'm going to teach you about beauty. Make everything pretty and shiny and diplomatic and PC, because we care about everyone else's feelings here more so than we care about our own. And then the fool is like, girl, I don't know about that. This is a little bit too bubbly for me. So I'm gonna walk up in here, where he walks up in Scorpio, and he did not know what he was getting himself into, because he meets death there. And death is just like, all this ego that you just picked up needs to die, you mere mortal. This is the 8th house of Scorpio, of sex and death and taxes. Things hidden beneath the surface, secrets, shit that nobody's trying to talk about. Now we're going to talk about them. All those stupid, flawed characteristics that you just picked up, I'm going to bring death to them. They're all going to die. None of those suit you. Your whole personality needs to go. You need to regenerate. You need to become a different person. You need to go experience the other side so that you can come back out of the darkness a shining champion and a god. And then the fool is like, ooh, this is too much darkness for me, man. I'm in the depths of darkness right now. Ooh, I think I see some light on the other side. And then he walks up into Sagittarius, where he meets Temperance. And Temperance teaches him all things in moderation, you silly fool. This is a place of expansion. You need to learn. You need to add some philosophy to your life, some religion, some culture. You need to travel. While this beautiful mansion that we're in has many different things, what about the other side of that mountain? What about the other side of that cliff? What about the other side of that ocean? There are many things to learn there, Mr. Fool. What are you going to do with yourself if you don't expand and go experience and learn new things and have new experiences with different people and different cultures and different languages and different foods, different places, different situations? Variety is the spice of life. Let's fire that shit up. And then the fool just gets a little bit tired out. He's just like, oh, whew, too much travel, too much for me. You know what? I'm going to walk up into Capricorn. Boom. Where he meets the devil. And the devil is like, you do not need to travel to and fro to build your empire, fool. All you need to do is bust your ass day in and day out. Cut everybody off that is not a part of that process. You need to add some rigidity and some structure and some discipline. You need to learn how to manage people, how to be a manager, how to exert your authority and show people who's boss so you can get to where you need to go without having to go anywhere. All you got to do is go sit at your desk, go sit at your office, go to your job, bust your ass, move up that ladder, and then control it. The kingdom is yours if you put in the work. And then the fool is like, all right, I'm burnt out right now. I've been on my knees all day. They're hurting. I'm tired of this devil shit. I need something a little bit different. This is a little bit too dark for me. Then he walks up into the sign of Aquarius. And it is here at Aquarius that he meets the star. And the star teaches him, girl, all this other bullshit, this petty bullshit that you've been learning, everything is about the collective. Everything is about groups, how we can make everything a better place for everyone. We can create systems and organizations and partnerships that create a better place and a more harmonious atmosphere. Everyone should have access to resources and information and technology, and it is here in this house of Aquarius where we will reach a golden age for all, because the all is more important than the one or any individual. It is here that we will bring revolution to dated paradigms, and the Fool, you will learn to do for everyone and step into your ascended master archetypal energy. Then he gets a little bit like, alright, I'm a little bit done with this. I just exhausted myself. I just saved the world 3,000 times. I'm a fucking hero now. I'm a legend. I'm an ascended master now. I'm going to walk up into this house of Pisces, where he meets the moon. Not to be confused with the moon that rules the sign of Cancer. This moon is about something a little bit different. It's a little bit darker, a little bit less tangible, a little bit less physical. It's a little bit dreamy, a little bit elusive. There are lots of illusions here. Here, Pisces says to the Fool, aren't you tired? Aren't you done with all of this? We just did all of this. There's nothing else for me to teach you other than this. Haven't you learned that the only thing that is important is unconditional love? If you do not have unconditional love, what the hell do you have, Mr. Fool? There's nothing else. And I can't seem to find anyone who wants to merge with me. So now the Fool decides to exit the game.